Hello, everyone. What I'm going to talk about right now is something that's very triggering, so I'm telling you that now. I was recently told a horrible story. I was mortified. I was disgusted. I was heartbroken. I was traumatized. There was some other traumatizing stuff that happened around the same time, so I didn't sleep for like a week. I had nightmares. But basically, what happened is that some special needs individuals were being taken across the border to Mexico and basically like pimped out for like a whole day and night, and then they were being brought back. And through investigations, this
Bombs, beats.
Former cast member of 90 Day Fiancé Yves revealed that something horrible is happening right now in New Mexico. Two things. Why haven't we heard about this? And what is going to be done about this? The governor and Department of Health in New Mexico have issued emergency wellness checks to families and group homes for people with developmental disabilities. This all stemmed from an abuse case on March 1st. All the wellness checks will be unannounced. They will be looking into all 6,815 disabled people. As of 3 weeks ago, they have found 68 sites of concern. Some of these cases involved maybe, repairs that need to be done in the home and a few unlivable situations. However, most of them stem from neglect, exploitation, and unfortunately abuse. This all stems from the initial incident that happened on March 1st. We still don't know the exact details of what happened on March 1st, but remember, this basically was the catalyst of them doing a wellness check on everyone. Governor Grisham actually stated that because of the pandemic, a lot of the wellness checks were done virtually, so they weren't coming inside the home. This allowed for the abuse to happen. Typically, when you're dealing with disabled people, you would have a therapist or other medical professionals that would visit the home frequently. But because of the pandemic, a lot of the meetings were done over Zoom where you can't really look at the conditions or look at the person in full. The state plans on scheduling regular visits and reviewing case files. There's only a few articles about this situation, but this has been kept very quiet. Now, Yves explained something a little bit different. She said that disabled people were actually taken over to Mexico and basically pimped out and then brought back. So they were definitely exploited. And what kind of sick individuals would do this? Let's go ahead and check out our video.
Hello, everyone. What I'm going to talk about right now is something that's very triggering, so I'm telling you that now. I was recently told a horrible story. I was mortified. I was disgusted. I was heartbroken. I was traumatized. There was some other traumatizing stuff that happened around the same time, so I didn't sleep for like a week. I had nightmares. But basically, what happened is that some special needs individuals were being taken across the border to Mexico and basically like pimped out for like a whole day and night, and then they were being brought back. And through investigations, this was found out, and they closed some of these group homes. But I am happy to say that our governor has jumped into action. She has called a bunch of state workers to investigate, not just investigate, but go do home visits. So, I had gotten messages and cards dropped by the house, and so when I called them back, they said, "Oh, we just need to do a visit." And so, when he came over, then I mentioned the story that I had heard, and he basically said that that's exactly why we're here. And so this is a special needs parent's like greatest fear. Like if something happens to me or his father, and he's placed like in a group home or something like that, that that person is safe, and your child is safe. It's a special needs parent's greatest fear. So I hope that this brings light to a situation that is so dark and terrible. And I'm sorry I didn't share it with even the closest people that I know. I couldn't talk about it. So I'm talking about it now, and I'm sorry if it's shocking. I couldn't So the governor has called out like a plethora of a bunch of state employees, including like correction officers, to go to every single person who is on the DD waiver. So these are individuals with special needs, and basically make home visits. So yes, that includes my child. So we had a visit with the healthcare surveyor, litigation management bureau, and I hope that this helps this problem, and something like this will never happen again. Everybody deserves to be treated like a human being. And those people who don't have a voice, who maybe can't even talk because they have disabilities, that I, at this moment, can give them a voice and make people aware that these things happen and that it never happens again. And I'm so proud of my state for stepping forward and doing things to resolve this.
We know that on 90 Day Fiancé, Eve was so open about Theron, her son, and what she has been through. And so just seeing her cry, it really gets you. I think our disabled are often forgotten at times. To be on the safe side, I do have to say that the claims that Yves made were alleged. There was nothing that I seen about anybody being taken over to Mexico and exploited there. The only things that I've seen is the neglect, abuse, poor living conditions, and things of that nature. Unfortunately, with a lot of these state-run programs, anyone can be a caregiver as long as you have a clean record. All you have to do is do a background check, get fingerprinted. These are not technically medical professionals or people that went to school for this. These people are able to become caregivers through the state and paid out through Medicaid. I do want to stress this is not a knock to any caregivers out there actually doing their job. I hate to say this, but our disabled are often vulnerable, voiceless, and this is the reason why they are preyed upon. State is going back and re-examining cases that dealt with abuse and neglect. They will be looking into 3 cases in particular that ended with a disabled person dying. As of right now, there's no further update, as we know the state has terminated 4 contracts with healthcare providers. I will definitely be updating you as more information comes along. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. Please pray for the victims and the families affected by all of this.